everyone, welcome to today's video. If you are new here, thanks for stopping by. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to be reviewing the new Lorelei Los Angeles holiday collection. She launched it actually a couple weeks ago. I got both highlighter, I got the whole bundle. So it was 2 highlighter palettes, 3 liquid lipsticks that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys. So before we get into the video, just make sure you hit that subscribe button at the bottom of this video and the bell next to it so you're instantly notified when I upload. And without further ado, let's get into the review. Alright, so a couple things that I want to address before we get started, get all that blah 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 out of the way. First things first, I know that I have a monstrosity on my chin. I did a mask while doing my eyes, but it's not going anywhere. If you're new here, then I just recently had a baby. I actually had her on the 25th of November, so I will go ahead and insert a cute little picture right here for you guys to check her out. She's super freaking cute. She's such a good baby. But because of that, I am breaking out, my skin is changing, all my hormones are going back to normal. If you've had a baby, if you know anyone that's had a baby, you kind of get it, like it just happens. So everything is just going back to normal, and in the process, my face is being destroyed, so that's fantastic. But we're gonna ignore it like it's not here. So in today's video, not only am I going to be reviewing the Lorelei Los Angeles collection for the holidays, but I'm also going to be doing like my current foundation routine. So I'll be doing my foundation on camera as well. So I'm not just kind of playing with highlighters, I am also showing you where I would place them. I might go a little crazy and put like one color here, one color here, so it might look a hot mess when I'm done, but I really want to address like all of the colors if I can. And she also has liquid lipsticks, so that's why I don't have any lipsticks on. And the last thing is I have already done my eyes, and for this look I used the ABH Sultry palette, but I also am going to put the prices down below because I know she has several different bundles to this collection, and I just don't want to waste time going through and figuring out. I know that this whole bundle was $49, but I know there's different prices, so I will link that down below so you guys have that information. And as always, let's get into the fun stuff. The reason we're here now that we've gotten all that jibber jabber out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to probably pin my hair back because I'm doing my foundation. Like for some reason this part of my hair will stay behind my ear, but like I have so much hair on the side, it just doesn't, so I put this nice little pin here. Alright, so because we are going to be doing foundation routine, I'm still going to open this and kind of show you guys packaging and all that jazz before we get into actually doing the makeup. So you get a postcard, which is like the Party Animal and the Boss Babe collection, which are old. I've actually reviewed both of these. So I think that this was actually a together collection. So I don't have it anymore. I ended up giving it away because it just wasn't something that I really used. And also, if you haven't seen my eyeshadow declutter video, I'll go ahead and link it up here and down in the description box. I ended up having 3 palettes that I put in the maybe pile. Like I wasn't sure if I was going to give them away. It was the Wet and Lit palettes from Bretman Rock and ColourPop, and the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie Francation or something like that. I got rid of the ColourPop ones, but I did keep the Dose of Color one just because I want to try to see if I can use it a little bit more. I was very disappointed in that palette. I feel like I did a review on that too, but I want to try to use it a little bit more and see if I can come up with more fun looks. Alright, so you get the Lorelei Los Angeles Glazed and Bronze Liquid Lipstick Trio when you get the whole set. And sorry, because it's like bronzy, it's gonna give you some flashback. So you get 3 of them in here: Cabana, Coral Pop, and Mai Tai. So it's gonna be like a pinky nude, a coral, and then a browner nude. So I like these two. I feel like this one may not be my color. So at the end, I will go ahead and swatch all of them on my lips so you can get an idea of what they look like. So in here, I have opened it, comes wrapped nicely, 2 palettes. Now I know that you can get these individually. I know that you can get the lipsticks individually. So like I said, I'll go ahead and link it down below, the prices and stuff. But I just think going through the prices is going to take a bit longer than what I want to do for you guys. So this is the Glazed and Bronze Lit Kit by Lorelei Los Angeles Highlighter Palettes. So you have one that is medium to deep, and then the other one is light to medium. So these are the size of Nudie Patootie. So if you have that, you can kind of compare those. I do have that, but I don't have it out, so we're gonna just go with it. So they come like this. So the darker one is more of a bronze to an orange color, and I love the packaging. It's very pretty, and I do like that it's kind of different than what everyone is doing for the holidays. You kind of get like the same Christmassy packaging and colors, so this to me is a little bit different. I like that it's kind of like beachy and summer vibes, and it's like we know it's cold but we don't want it to be cold. So, and then this one is the light to medium, which is a bronze to more of a lighter orange or coral color. So I'm going to open these up and show them to you, and then we will move on to actually doing the face makeup. So it does come with a very long mirror in here, which I kind of like. It's not big enough to have your whole face in it, but I feel like if you're doing your eyes or your highlighter, you kind of have enough room in the mirror for that. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, and then I will show you. This is the light to medium, and you have Diamonds, Glow Gal, Rose All Day, and Cinnamon Sugar. So these are very, very pretty, but these two might still be a little bit dark for light skin tone. So you may have to use these, but this one could probably be used as like a blush topper, which is fun, fun, fun. And I will be swatching them in just a second for you as well to show you on my skin. And then this one is the medium to dark palette. Again, comes with that beautiful mirror, and these are super dark shades that for me, I probably maybe in the summertime can use Yacht Club and Rose Gold. I think these are absolutely beautiful, and they're gonna look so good on darker skin tones, especially this gold. Like, oh, that is gonna look fantastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all of them for you. Okay, so this is the light to medium palette, and I don't know if you can see them, but this is Diamonds, Glow Gal, Rose All Day, and then Cinnamon Sugar. They are very buttery and almost feel like wet to touch, but then powder when you rub them on. So I am absolutely loving those. All right, so then the last four, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is also pretty light. Like, they're actually lighter than I thought, because 1, 2, 3, 4. You have this one, which is Yacht Club. I could probably use that one. This one is Rose Gold, which again, definitely I could use. Gold Rush, and then on the Glow. So what I'll probably do is I will probably swatch them, take a photo. Well, I've already swatched them. I'll probably take a photo of my arm and then place it in here for you guys to actually see what they look like. Because for some reason the lighting, like if I pull it back further, they look really pigmented, but when I pull them closer, they don't look as dark, but they are really, really pretty. I just feel like these I could definitely still use with medium skin tone. All right, so I'm gonna close these up. Like I said, they do feel really buttery, and then they kind of go to a powder, which is really nice. They feel like almost creamy. They come in like nice, they're heavy duty palettes. Like if you hear them, like they are like heavy duty. So we're gonna go into doing my face first. All right, I went ahead and I actually zoomed you guys in too, because I want you just to be able to get a closer look. So I'm going in with the Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. It is more of a hydrating one, and this time of year, because I am so dry because it's so cold, I always use more of a hydrating primer than silicone or anything like that. So like my Tatcha one, I don't really go to this time of year because it's just more silicone-y, and I feel like it just sticks to my dry patches instead of hydrating them. All right, so the foundation I'm gonna go in is the Hourglass Vanishing Stick, and this is in the color Beige. I cannot tell you how much I love this foundation, and I understand it's kind of pricey for the little bit amount that you get, but when I tell you, it literally is so amazing on my dry skin. Like, foundation for me, because I have texture, it's complicated. So you can't really tell on camera, obviously, because it does this beautiful thing called blurring my skin, but I have extremely textured skin, and I'm also going to be going in with my Morphe Y6 because I really like to buff this out. But so foundation for me, like there is no foundation that smooths my skin. There is no foundation that makes my skin look flawless and smooth. No, there's no primer that does that. Texture is not something fixed by makeup. Makeup can fix color, makeup can fix a lot of things. It cannot fix texture because that's just what your skin looks like, so it most likely will enhance it, and I've just accepted that. And I just go back over a second time because I will tell you this is kind of like a medium. It says it's full coverage, but what I could tell you, and I go in with the Beauty Blender this time, is that it definitely takes more than one coat. And I don't know if maybe I'm just not putting enough on the first time, but one doesn't do it for my large face. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the oldie but goodie Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in the shade Medium. I actually have not used this in a while, but I do love it with my Hourglass foundation. And I just do and just a tad on the forehead and the chin. So I am going to be doing a series, since I got so much good feedback on it, on my declutter of my eyeshadow palettes. I really want to do a series where I go in and I start doing makeup looks with palettes that we already have. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And I do not bake my concealer areas. I don't bake any of my face because I have super dry textured skin, and it's just not good for you. There is no amount of baking that is good for dried textured skin. So I just dip it in the powder lightly, tap it, and then go over where I just laid down the concealer just to make sure it's bright, it's laid, it's not moving, and then I move on. Alright, and my next step is going to be my bronzer. If you are not new here, you know that I am not the biggest fan of contour. It's just not something that I like to do, but I do essentially do it with my bronzer, if that makes sense. So I don't sit there and cream contour all that, but I do take the bronzer and fill in my face and kind of some on my nose to give it more color. And this is the Icon bronzer by Morphe. It is a super huge palette, and I probably will never hit pan just because I have 1,000,001 bronzers on top of the thing is huge. Like, it is humongous. I'm going in with a smaller one for my nose. And this is the Jeffree Star JS3 brush. So I'm gonna go down here and bronze this up a little bit too. Okay, so I'm going in with the ColourPop and Bretman Rock Super Shock cheek, and this is Ooh, She's Blushing. So I'm just going to use a Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to pat it because it is a cream. I try not to swipe it and stir it around just because you don't want to mess up the blush in the pan. And I just swipe and pat up to my hairline. And I am like real big on blush. Real big. Like, I like that dramatic blush look. I know that a lot of people don't. It's just something that I'm into. Alright, so now I'm going to take my hair down because I am done with the foundation or base part, and I feel like I look like a toddler. So we're going to go into now the highlighters. I'm going to be using my ABH brush, which is the A23. It's a little bent, but that's okay. It's one of my favorite highlighting brushes. And I think I'm going to go into the Glazed palette, and I'm going to go into Glow Gal. And I'm going to put that on the top of my cheeks. Oh, okay. So you really don't have to go into the palette hard like I just did, because it kind of gave me a lot of kickback. So just be mindful of that. And we're going to... Oh! Okay. Alright, Laura. Alright. Oh my... Oh! Do you see that? Oh, it's so pretty. And I do bring down to my cheekbones a little bit to where, like, the apples of my cheeks, not my cheekbones. Wow! Oh, like, you can see it. Like, it's just like, blah. So, what you don't need to do is go ham, because then this is what's gonna happen. It's not bad if you really like that blinging. Like, I don't mind having it like, ooh, yes, shiny like this, but when I turn and it's just like, it's a bit much. So I will usually go in with a beauty blender and just tame her down just a little bit. But that tells me that you really don't have to do a super lot of laying it down. You're just gonna wanna go in the brush in the pan lightly. So now I wanna kinda go in with the darker one, which is the medium to deep palette, and this is Rose Goals. And I wanna try to use that on the other cheek. So we're gonna go in just lightly. Just go and do it lightly. There's a little kickback in that pan, so. And let's see what she looks like on my cheek. So that one, okay, so this is nice for my skin tone. It is highlighting and not giving me too dark of a color. And I think I did a way better job controlling this one. So just go in lightly. Like, you do not have to dig in these pans. If you have this or you're getting it, do not dig, or you're gonna wind up looking like an oil slick over here. So I went ahead and I put on Glow Gal just to make it match, because I don't want it to be like one color versus another. And I'm telling you, my gosh, I went way too hard on this one, and it looks like it's so bright. And I'm trying to get her to calm down, but she's just not having it. She's like, we're here, we're doing it. So for my nose, I think I want to try to go into Yacht Club from the deeper palette right here. I'm going to do that on my nose and see what happens. I'm just trying to give you guys like a view of all of the colors. So this one seems to come off a little more glitter than highlight. So I don't know that I like that. Yeah, so this one is putting like way more glitter on my face, and if you look, it's not really, let's go on with my finger. The brush just wasn't picking it up because the way that this formula is. So that one is pretty close to my skin tone, so it gives it like a nice glow, but it's not, because it's a little dark, it's not as like boom as these are. So I think I'm actually gonna go into Diamonds for my nose, which is the super light one in the light to medium palette. And again, that Yacht Club, that was kind of more glitter than it was highlighter, so keep that in mind. Whew. Alright, so now that my nose is shining to the moon, we're gonna go in. I want to put my under eye on real quick, and I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna put some highlighter on the inner corner. Alright, so I have gone and done my under eye and put some mascara on, and I think I'm going to go in with the Rose All Day for the inner corner, because it kind of goes with the pinky color that I have going on. And I'm just going to put that right here. Alright, so I went in with the Rose All Day in the inner corner just to try it, and I don't really care for it as an inner corner color. I think that on the lid it's going to be really, really pretty, but it's just not giving me the pop of shimmer I need for the inner corner. So I'm going to go into the medium to deep and get some of the Yacht Club and see how that goes. So again, it's a little bit darker than I usually care for my inner corner colors to be, but I'm really just trying to give it a test here. So you can't really see it, but you can see on this one with the way the light is hitting. So it's really pretty, but again, this side's just going to be much darker, or this palette is going to be much darker because it is medium to deep. So just remember that. I'm going to go in here, I think, to Diamonds to brighten up my inner corner, because I really like it to shine. And this is not working for me. I'm just gonna go right over that Yacht Club, and it's probably gonna look really silly, but so it does give it a little bit more of a shine. And now that we are done with the highlighters, because I've highlighted every possible corner of my face, I guess I could do my chin, but I don't really highlight my chin too often. So I might just take whatever's left over and just go, especially since I have a monster growing on my chin. I don't really want to highlight it that much, but we're gonna go in with the 3 liquid lipsticks that she has. In one, like I said, is more pink. The other one is more brown undertone with like glitter reflex maybe, and then you have a coral. So I'm gonna go in with the lightest one, which is Cabana. And this one, like I said, it's strange. It does look like it has some reflex of glitter in it, but I'm not showing anything like that on my hand. Okay, so this is Cabana, and I really do like the color. I just think that it would look a little bit better if I applied it with a darker, just like a shade or two darker lip liner. And I'll just go ahead and show you that swatch so you can see the color up close as well. So I am a big fan. It's a very good nude. I do love her liquid lipsticks. They are very nice in quality. They're not super drying, so that's nice. We're gonna go into the next one. So this one is Mai Tai, and I like it. It has kind of like a peachy, corally undertone that I'm just not really feeling on my skin tone. I don't know what it is. I mean, you guys might think it looks okay, but I'm just like cringing, like, ooh. So it is definitely more like a peachy, corally color. So we're gonna move on to the last one, which is really a coral color, and that is Coral Pop. So this is Coral Pop, and it is extremely bright, extremely like corally orange. It is kind of streaky, I won't lie. It's kind of picking up in here, and I did have to do quite a few layers. It's like 2 or 3. So to me, it could be that it's just very pigmented. I don't know what it is. So that's the color next to the rest of them. I don't mind this color. I actually think it's stunning, and it's gonna look good on every skin tone that puts it on. But I'm gonna zoom you guys out, and we're gonna do our final thoughts. All right, so I'm going to put my setting spray on because I haven't. Oh, love a good Morphe setting spray. It's fantastic. Okay, so what do I think about the entire collection? I think that the highlighters are stunning. I mean, look at my face. I look like I'm freaking glowing. But you don't need both. So if you're light to medium, get light to medium. If you're medium to dark, then get medium to dark. Of course, you can buy them both. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying you don't need them both. I only have both because I want to review them for you. And again, if you do get both of them, you can use the darker ones for eyeshadow. You can use the lighter ones for eyeshadow and all of that. So they are really decent sized. Again, I'm more of the glazed. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use that one as a reference. They are really big highlighters. You're getting 4, and I think they're $19 a piece individually. So for me, that's an amazing price because these are almost the size of Becca highlighters, and those are like $38 a piece. So to get 4 decently sized highlighters in a pan with a mirror, it's not bad. Honestly, I think the quality is great. So if you have $19, you want to buy something fancy for yourself for Christmas or for someone else, then I would definitely put these on the list because they are inexpensive, they're humongous, and I think they're really great quality. I love the shine and the shimmer that I get. As for the lipsticks, I think that they are really good. I love her liquid lipsticks. I love the quality of them. They are one of my favorite. If you're not new here, I have all of her other ones and I really enjoy them. I think that they are very universal colors that anyone of any skin tone could use these, which is really nice. You have the pinky undertone, the brown undertone, and then the pop of color, which I really like because nudes are fantastic, but we have a million of them. So I know you can get these individually. You can also get them in a trio by themselves without the highlighters. But all in all, guys, I think that this was a win. I definitely give her 2 thumbs up for her holiday collection. I love that it wasn't an eyeshadow palette because, I mean, we've had enough. Like, they're great, they're fun, but just, it's always the same every year is highlighter, eyeshadow. So for someone to come out with something very like beachy, summery at Christmas time, I'm here for it. So I definitely would recommend them. So with all of that being said, guys, I hope you liked this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. I missed you, and I'm super glad I am here to be recording for you weekly again. And have a fantastic week. And I will see you on the next one. Bye!